Hello.
Hello. Is it live? Is it happening? We're trying to check. Let's have a little look. If you're joining us live, hello and welcome. Please bear with us as we get our technology.
We're doing a little test run.
Sorted. Yes, hooray! It is working. Sam, how exciting is this?
This is very exciting.
Okay, shall we do? I tell you what. If it is working, I don't want to jinx it. So maybe
we should just
carry on, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's pretend you haven't seen this for a second. Right. I think we should do a pop up.
We'll do a
little. Yeah. So I'm gonna crouch this way, like this. Do you want to crouch out away that way? Okay. We're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna be in. Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello!
Hello! Welcome! This is very exciting.
Very exciting indeed. Welcome to Reach Cambridge's first ever Facebook Live.
Who knew? Who knew this would be a thing?
Who knew?
Very exciting.
Indeed. Thank you very much for joining us. This is... Well, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes.
You can do that.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sam, and this is the lovely Roz.
Hello. We are members of the year-round Reach Cambridge team, and so we do lots of work about organising the summer schools and including our spring programmes and tailor-made programmes and stuff. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today we're here to talk about summer.
Summer 2017. We're all really excited. So we thought we'd sort of kind of talk about our expectations, and if you guys have any questions. And most importantly, what to bring.
Yes.
What to bring. It's very stressful. I always find it very stressful going on holiday. What do I pack? How many shoes do I need? Shirts? What kind of occasions am I dressing for? It's big questions. Big questions.
Yeah. Will I need an umbrella? Spoiler alert, if you're in England, you will definitely need an umbrella.
Always.
Always. But we'll come to all of that, so fear not. Obviously, as part of the Facebook Live, one of the big benefits of that is that you can interact with us live. So if you have questions about your packing needs or about your expectations for Reach Cambridge, maybe you've been to Reach before, another summer school before, you want to know how it's different, any of the above, or indeed not the above, I mean, surprise us but be nice and gentle, thank you, then now is the time to pop it in the comments section and we can answer them live.
Absolutely.
The miracle of the internet. Shall we kick off, Sam, with
some
what to bring? I'm thinking like we start with the suitcases.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I agree.
Right. Suitcases.
So, suitcases. Obviously, if you're coming for 2-3 weeks, might be a lot you want to bring. We will start off by saying, obviously, you will be having to fly with your suitcases. Obviously, once you meet us, we'll be there to help you. But Cambridge is quite old, isn't it?
It is old.
It is a very old university town.
Know
so we don't have very many elevators. We have lots of windy stairs, lots of narrow cobbled streets. So just bear that in mind when you are packing your bags. And wheels are always a good thing.
Yeah, it's not saying that it's insurmountable, but you don't want to be lugging 8 million suitcases, one for each of your, one for your hair and one for your shoes. And I know the temptation can be there, but it's a really good opportunity to learn about packing the essentials and obviously bring stuff that's going to make you comfortable, that's going to make you happy, that's going to make your stay lovely, but that includes getting to and from places you don't want to, I don't know, have to sit down for the next 2 weeks because your back hurts so much.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Applies to us too.
It does indeed.
So, yeah, that's a big point to remember. Another point, Sam, that I've seen so many people, because I've done Reach Cambridge Summers now for about, I think this will be my 6th summer, my 6th consecutive summer, and I have seen time and time again girls who, and guys as well, who bring quite a lot to Cambridge, it's safe to say, and then they do a lot of shopping.
Yeah.
And then we find actually they literally can't take everything back with them, and so the Reach office ends up accruing really random stuff that people are just like, well, I can't take it back with me.
Yeah.
So if you know that you are a big shopper and you plan to take advantage of Cambridge and its shops, London when we go to London, Brighton.
Which you will. It's great. The shopping is great. So.
Exactly. So maybe don't fill your suitcase up when you come, and leave some space so that you know that you'll have. I know that's a lot of planning ahead, and
that is a lot of planning ahead. But it's like my mum always says to me when I go on holiday: halve your clothes, double your money.
Oh, what a good tip!
Isn't that a good tip?
Very good
tip. And every time I go on holiday, I don't listen. And I come back thinking I should have listened to my mum. That's
honest of you, Sam. I appreciate that.
So will she.
Well done, Sam's mum. That's some good knowledge there. Another thing we should say is about, obviously, a lot of you will be frequent flyers. Some of you might be doing it for the first time, though. And everybody needs a reminder to check your airline restrictions, check your immigration and customs declaration restrictions as well. We can give you a heads up that you will not be able to bring any meat or dairy with you. I know. Gonna have to completely replan everything. No plant products not grown in the EU, things like that will make your job at immigration so much easier if you don't have those prohibited stuff in the first place. I'm sure you won't, but just saying, just in case. So that's important. So do check, and also the same with what's the word I'm looking for? Weight restrictions. Kilograms. How many kilograms do you have? Good to know.
Yeah. It's always good to check on the website before you go, just in case.
Absolutely.
I've seen many people having to take out their extra clothing and shove it in their bags or in their coat sleeves.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
So always good to double check.
And again, Cambridge, stairs.
Yeah.
You know, as we've said before.
Rain.
Yeah, it's worth not maybe having something that is going to be back-breakingly heavy.
Very true.
So let's have a chat then. If we've got our suitcases ready, you have to excuse me, guys, if I'm just leaning out to the side a bit. We're just keeping an eye over here on your lovely comments and questions, and all that sort of stuff. So once we've done some suitcases, Sam, we need to think about what we're putting in our suitcase.
Yes. So clothes.
Yes.
Obviously, like Ros did mention, there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to go shopping. But just talking about clothes in general, what to bring. Obviously, this is England. The weather is changeable.
As it is.
Summer can be. We were very lucky over our spring programme, weren't we? And we had some gorgeous weather.
Oh my gosh, we had fabulous weather.
It was lovely.
It was beautiful.
I think we were all quite surprised, actually, at how consistently sunny it was.
Yeah.
But the evenings do get a bit chilly, and it does rain. So it's always good to come prepared. And I would say, keep the clothing can be casual. Comfortable is also a really big thing. Comfortable shoes, making sure that you have got, enough jumpers, but also making sure that it is appropriate for our surroundings. So,
which are academic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point to make. And yeah, I know it might be a surprise for some of you, jumpers in the summer, really. Yeah, really. I mean, it's May now, and I'm in a double-layered jumper, and we're in quite a toasty room as well, aren't we? So, I mean, it's one of those things. Also be prepared for rain, as Sam says, so you need your umbrellas, your hats.
Yes.
Oh, but hats are great for a number of things as well, and we've included a little selection of my own to give you a demonstration in case you watch what a hat looked like. So you might want to go for a sun hat. Some people will go for the casual peak. I personally prefer to go full-on sorting hat with this.
And you look fabulous.
Ta-da! Thank you very much. I do like a wide-brimmed hat. See, look, Hufflepuff. Look, see.
I'm actually a
Ravenclaw. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I do apologise.
Okay, I've got to stay true to my house.
Fair enough. So that's one sort of sun hat you might be looking for. Also, warm hats. I mean, I don't think you'd need a warm hat.
But hats are useful.
Hats are very useful.
When you went to Warwick, Paul Scott did get a little bit of sunburn on his neck and forehead.
He did.
You never know, and hats, fortunately, you could always buy a Cambridge hat when you're here, but you can also bring hats. They're always good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, enough about hats. We've talked about hats now. You know about hats. So in terms of the different situations you will need to pack for, because often that's one of the main causes of stress, isn't it? When you kind of, you don't fully know what to expect from a situation. So we've already talked about the epidemic environment, that if you are at a school where you don't have a uniform, I imagine the expectations will be roughly the same in terms of don't wear killer heels every day because that's going to be no fun for you walking about. You know, if there are any slogans on your t-shirts, make sure they're nice and respectful, all that kind of thing. But then in terms of other situations you're going to need to pack for.
Yeah.
Sport is one.
Sport, yes, we do encourage and play a lot of sports. We did a lot of football over our spring programme. So obviously just making sure that if sports is your thing, or even if you want to participate, it's always good to have a good pair of trainers, comfortable clothing, some morning tracksuit bottoms for our morning runs. Shout out to Miss Jenny Evans.
Running club.
A running club.
It's a thing.
So yeah, just make sure that you've got your gym kit, your sports stuff if you want to play. Little
boring note from the resident maternal figure, which is usually me.
Health and safety queen.
Health and safety, woo! Just as a heads up, football studs aren't allowed, so just don't bother bringing them. No one else is going to be wearing them. It'll all be fine. We've got a nice field. You won't need them, so leave them at home where they are nice and safe. And also, we're not going to be swimming, so you won't need your swimsuit or your goggles. Even if it rains a heck of a lot, we promise that will never be called for. So just to let you, a few things that you don't need to pack for. Those are a couple of them. Dress in fancy, not fancy dress, different. Dress in fancy, Sam.
Dress in fancy. Well, we do have departure parties, sort of discos that we have throughout the summer. So if you like to dress up, you know, put on a nice shirt or a nice dress, then please do bring them.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Certainly the departure party is something that everyone goes to. The discos are usually run with other summer schools and other students from the other summer schools about once a week. So people tend to, want to make just get a bit fancy.
Make an effort.
Yeah. So that's a nice thing to do. Also, I've just remembered that occasionally it has been the case that particularly for economics and business students, I don't know whether it's happening this year, but in previous years in London, they've gone to a national bank like Barclays, and for that they've needed to dress very smartly, even possibly suity. So if you are a chap or chapess who is doing economics, or indeed, you just want to be super prepared, if you've got the space, just pop in something smart, something work-weary. Because obviously we're not going to put you in a situation that's completely surprising, so don't worry if you're like, oh, I didn't think I needed to bring a suit. But it might be useful. It might make you feel nice. You might just say, hey, it's Tuesday, I'm alive, I want to wear a suit today. That's fine. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pajamas.
Bring some pajamas.
Yeah, that's useful.
It's always sensible.
Another one that I like the idea of very much. Like every year, Sam, obviously you know this, there is a World Fair.
Yes.
So this is a particular evening where all the students get together to represent their country. So there are stalls where people are have sort of national dishes and delicacies. So for example, when the supervisors represent the UK, we probably have like cream tea, scones, that
Crumpets.
kind of thing. Yeah, all that sort of thing, all the very kind of cliche stuff. And then people sometimes do presentations of their own country, and we've even had some people who've come in sort of national dress and done like sort of cultural dancing and stuff. It's amazing. So if you're a very keen enthusiast of something traditional about your country, whether it's a lovely sari whether it's a lovely sari or whether it's a Morris dancing kit for you English people out there, then that is a lovely thing to bring. And again, if you have space in your suitcase,
why not?
Pop it in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Laundry.
So we do have laundry facilities. So obviously there will be an opportunity for you to wash your clothes as well. So you don't think you need to bring 27 t-shirts, because you can wash them while you're here. So we do provide that for you.
And if you haven't done laundry before, we'll help you do that too. So don't panic. It's a learning experience for us all. Not to worry, just got to pop that one in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we've talked about suitcases. Hello, by the way, if you've just joined us. So this is Sam, I'm Roz, and we're talking about what to bring to summer school. We're very much welcoming your questions, comments, feedback, all that kind of thing. So please do a little type. We've talked about suitcases, we've talked about clothing.
Yeah.
Really fascinating stuff.
It is indeed.
Let's talk about the absolute essentials, like if you forgot this, the world wouldn't end, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, it's not, you don't want to forget these things.
Yeah.
What are they?
Passport.
What a good one. Yeah, passport. Yes.
I mean, hopefully you wouldn't get here without your passport, but
Indeed.
just do remember your passport, obviously, when you are leaving home. Not that we need to remind you, of course.
No, you got this, but we just thought we'd say just in case. My big one from doing years of, again, excuse me, I'm just scrolling down on the side there. So my big one from doing years of, especially medical helpy stuff for Reach Cambridge, is please remember your prescribed medication. So if you've been applying to Reach Cambridge, you will have no doubt filled out your medical declaration form, you'll have had it signed. If you've got any special conditions, you'll have got a letter from the doctor that's come through to us that we can see in advance, just so we can be really prepared as to how to look after you best. But obviously that is no good if we know all that, but you get to Cambridge and, oh no, you've forgotten your inhaler, your EpiPen, your tablets, your creams, your whatever. Please make sure that you bring enough as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
If you've got an inhaler, bring 2. Bring a spare, please. Thank you. Very important so that we can keep you safe, you can keep you safe, and so you can have the best possible time while you're in Cambridge, because that would be a real buzzkill if you're worried about, I've done that once. I remember I went to Scotland, so all the way up there, and I forgot some tablets, and it completely ruined my whole, I was fine, but it completely ruined my whole journey because I was so worried about it.
This is what happens when you're so excited. You're getting ready, you think, oh, I'm so excited to meet all these new people, and then you forget something so important.
And you've packed your hat.
And you've packed your hat, and your selfie stick.
What are you going to do?
You forget your tablets and your lotions and your potions. So
don't do that. As in, do remember to bring them, don't forget them. Got it!
Indeed.
Good job. A backpack we would recommend.
Backpack. And I happen to have one right here. Here we go.
Ah, fabulous! An fetching khaki. Lovely. This is a backpack. We'd recommend having backpacks, especially for the trips that we go on. So if you've applied and you've done your research, you'll know that we hop along to lots of different sites in Cambridge, but we also go to London, we go to Brighton, we've been to Oxford, Warwick, Stratford, and a backpack comes in handy for those times. And this one has nice little pockets and zips, so you can put loads of things in there, like your inhaler and your hat.
And your umbrella.
And your umbrella, yes, exactly. Right, I know that no one is going to forget this next one, but I feel like we should just say it anyway, especially because Reach has a little policy on it. And that is one of
these.
I
don't think anyone goes
anywhere,
or I was going to even go minutes.
Oh, okay.
Without one of these. I love mine. You love yours.
Yeah.
They are very, very useful to have, especially when you're in Cambridge and you want to stay in touch with your family and let people back home know that you're okay. Obviously, we encourage people to bring their phones. They are a good tool of communication. We can stay in touch with you, you can stay in touch with us, and like I said, you can stay in touch with people back home. A lot of phones now have got cameras, so you can take your selfies everywhere you go. So please do bring your phones, and obviously we'll give you Wi-Fi passwords, and you can connect to Wi-Fi and things like that.
Yes, fear not, we have Wi-Fi in the UK. Isn't that exciting?
Yes, and you can log on to your Facebooks and your Twitters and your Instagrams and all those fun things.
And while you're there, you might like to follow Reach on those particular platforms. Nice segue, Sam. Well done. So obviously you found our Facebook page because that's how you're watching us now. We also have a Facebook profile so you can be friends with us, which is nice. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, we have a YouTube, and all of that you just search Reach Cambridge.
Indeed.
Fabulous. And particularly when you're taking your lovely photos on your phone, we really, really want to see them. So we'll be talking about this throughout the summer as well. But we would love, even if you want to take a photo of your suitcase and be like, oh my goodness, excited for Reach Cambridge, please make sure you hashtag Reach Cambridge 2017.
Indeed.
So we can see them. It'll be nice.
Exactly.
But yes, so Reach, obviously you're not going to go without your phone anyway, but Reach has a policy that every student must have a working phone with a working UK SIM. If you're a bit confused about that, don't worry too much, because when you have your orientation tour on the first day of Cambridge, we will point out shops such as Boots, which is a pharmacy, and the phone shops in the main shopping centre where you can get pay-as-you-go SIMs or whatever you're looking for. So if you are a little bit stuck, don't worry about it, we can sort it. But obviously the more you get ready in advance, the better. So you can get sort of prepaid things, can't you, and all sorts of different things, so it's worth researching, finding out what is right for you. And then that means that if we need to get in touch with you while you're, I don't know, on a trip or something like that, it means that you'll have an emergency card with our numbers on, and we'll have yours. We can all stay safe and happy.
Indeed.
Indeed. Let's talk about other essentials then, like toiletries.
Sorry, I put my toothbrush in. Here's my toothbrush. Bring a toothbrush, it's always good. Obviously, do remember that a lot of toiletries you can buy whilst you're over here. There'll be plenty of time to go shopping, so you'll be able to buy things like soap, shower gel, shampoo, all of those things.
Yeah.
But
especially because a lot of those are squidgy liquids and can be a real pain to be doing.
Yes, do remember the security reasons with liquids.
Yeah.
But obviously toiletries,
good to have.
good to have.
Yeah.
What else have we got?
We've got, so another one that obviously if you are sharing a room, you will be no doubt bonding and chatting about Cambridge and how you're finding everything and home and life and friends and Justin Bieber and all these kinds of things. But sometimes you want to switch off. That's okay, Sam. Totally get it.
Did you say something?
Really funny. Well done. Well done.
It's always good to have your headphones if you are sharing a room, just because if you want to block the noise out or listen to some music when people keep talking. No, I'm kidding. Just bring your headphones. It's always good to have, and I always find the ones on the plane are a bit naff. So it's good to have your own.
Indeed. And earplugs as well if you are a particularly light sleeper. And you know there is a snorer on the corridor. It happens, and there's nothing to be ashamed of in that. But you might want to. I'm going to pretend you didn't do that. But you might want to block it out, and that's okay.
Indeed.
That's okay. Another thing, glasses. Obviously, we're both glasses wearers, so we would be a bit lost without these.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? I see you.
Same if you wear contact lenses. You might want to bring a pair of glasses just in case.
Yeah, good plan.
Or a spare pair of contact lenses just in case.
Yeah, and your solution and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the prescription medication. You kind of just don't want to be without it, do you? You guys know this, but sometimes you just need a handy reminder, don't you?
You do.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Adapters.
Adapters. So in the UK, our plugs look like this.
Do you want to do a little close-up? 3 prongs.
3 prongs. Unfortunately, no matter how hard you try, you can't put another plug. I've tried. I've seen people try, it won't work. So, always good to get an adapter. I think you can buy them at the airport.
Yeah.
You could always buy them over here if you do forget, but it's just something to bear in mind. With,
and we'll always have a couple of spares around, but again, it's just there's loads of students who are going to be in a buzzing student community, but that also means that potentially plug points will be coveted. So be prepared is the point we're making there. Good stuff. And yeah, just make sure they are UK thingies rather than adapters. That's the word I'm looking for. Rather than because sometimes it's different, isn't it? Like the EU ones, you think, oh, that's fine because it's EU.
Yes.
And then it isn't.
No, it's not.
So,
it needs to be a UK adapter.
Indeed. Good, you sorted. Excellent. Little note about what you don't need to bring. Obviously, we've talked about, you know, the football studs and the swimming wear and stuff like that. Bed linen, you don't need to bring. We have that. the colleges have that. It's very nice and swish and all of a particular aesthetic. So you don't need to worry about that. Same with towels. You don't need to bring towels, which is more packing space.
Indeed.
You can either keep free for shopping or use...
You can bring your hat.
You can bring your hat. Bring two! The possibilities are endless. Okay, we've talked about shopping, Sam.
Yes.
Let's get to the real nitty gritty, and this is a big FAQ that we get a lot, a frequently asked question, which is spending money.
Spending money.
Spending money.
Yes. So, as I'm sure you're all aware, we do provide 2 meals a day, but you will need some money for your other meal, mostly lunch. In the UK, we have pounds with the Queen's face on.
Sterling.
Sterling, indeed. It's always good to have a look at the exchange rate. Depends how organised you are. But I would suggest maybe having a look in your own country. Obviously, there will be the opportunity to change it whilst you're over here. But just have a look, keep in mind.
Again, it's good to be prepared.
Indeed.
And especially with the exchange rates at the moment fluctuating in the way it is, it is probably a good thing to keep your eye on that, as Sam says, because you could end up getting a very good deal on pounds sterling, because one man's meat is another man's poison. Is that a saying? That's a saying, right? Yeah. So like, sterling might not be great for us, but it might be great for you, is what I'm saying. So yes, check your exchange rate. I should have just said that, really, shouldn't I? Never mind. You live and learn. Yes. So as Sam says, obviously meals are a big thing, and the main thing that you'll need money for. Everything else, obviously, apart from your flights, it's all included. There will be some optional activities that you might want to bring some money for, particularly like the excursions where you might go shopping, or you might decide you've got a couple of free hours and you want to, I don't know, get some souvenirs, or go into a museum where most museums in the UK are free, but there's a donation box. You might want to put some money in there. You might want to pay to go into an exhibition. There's also charity things that Reach runs. So you might even be one of the lovely people doing one of the community outreach add-ons, in which case you'll be helping raise money for Sabre, which is a beautiful charity that Reach has worked with for a number of years. So you might be helping fundraise for them. We normally do a charity auction of talents where people offer language lessons and football matches and all kinds of crazy great stuff. So again, it's nice having a little bit of dollar if you want to get involved in that. But obviously by dollar, I mean sterling. Just doing that in the colloquial way, and then realise that could be confusing. It's pounds sterling.
Yes.
Yes. Now, on the Reach Cambridge website, it says that a good kind of, if you're really stuck and you just don't know how much would be a good ballpark figure, then you would definitely be totally like really fine with about £100–120 of extra spending money a week. If you don't have that much to spend in a week, you really don't have to worry about it. You can get very cheap lunch and dinner deals, so it's not like you have to have all this extra stuff to be able to function in the day. It's just if you want to go about your day and do everything your heart's desires, then you'd be really fine with £100–120. That being said, that's a lot of cash to carry around on one's person, isn't it, Sam?
Yes. So we do have a system in place. We have look after your valuables for you. So don't worry if you do want to bring all of your cash with you. We can keep it in a safe place for you whilst you're staying with us, so you don't have to be carrying lots of cash around with you. Yeah.
So we will have that box generally, and then in the morning, so you'll have a little window of time to come and collect that. So that's also where we can keep your passport or any other documents you want to keep safe. And then apart from the window of time where you can collect it, and it's manned by one of us, it will go into the Porter's Lodge in the college, which is manned 24/7. It's very high security. It really is super safe there. So that means you don't have to be carrying around anything that makes you feel vulnerable or nervous. We can keep it safe for you. Yes. Good. Right, we've talked about the shopping, we've talked about the currency change. Guys, if you have any questions, then obviously do leave them with us. If you're watching this post live, so after the event, I don't know of another way of saying that, like after it's in the
After
video.
it's in broadcast?
Yeah, lovely. After broadcast, if you're watching this after broadcast, then please do, you can still leave your comments in the bottom, or you can drop us a little message, either on Facebook, or you can email sam@reachcambridge.com. You could email rosalind@reachcambridge.com. You could email general or info@reachcambridge.com. It would all get to one of us, and we can answer your question. And there's also a phone number that you can ring as well, which I don't have off the top of my head, but if you look on the Reach Cambridge website, it's all there.
It is all there.
Basically, you just don't have to worry about anything.
We're here.
We are here to help. Lovely jubbly. We've talked about valuables. Oh, one thing I didn't say about the laptops, Sam, and may go for phones and other stuff as well, is boring stuff, but insurance. It's worth, especially with laptops and things like that, really do think about getting some insurance, some travel insurance, some personal belonging insurance. Have a look into different things, see what's right for you. Maybe even you could use the Facebook page as a kind of way of asking other people what they're doing. That's totally fine too. But yeah, worth having some kind of insurance so you know you're covered, because obviously as the organisation, Reach Cambridge, we can't take responsibility for anything like theft, loss, damage. It's not going to happen, but we have to say it, that we can't take responsibility, hence insurance is the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
I feel like we haven't looked in the bag in a while, Sam.
Why?
Can
Shall we have a look?
Can we have a look in the bag and see what's in the bag?
Absolutely.
How exciting! Did you show them the umbrella? Oh, that's a hairbrush with blue tack on it. I do apologise about that. Don't know where the blue tack came from, but hairbrush. It's a good thing to have. Lovely. What we got? Oh, sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Oh, I think we've got another hat.
Yeah, I just thought, just for warmth, really, more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, another hat if you need a hat.
And you might even need the warm hat and the sunglasses at the same time. You never know.
If you want to do some personal detective work, you could
very French.
do this combo.
Sun cream.
Sun cream.
You never know.
Please don't get burned, because it just is such a buzzkill for a holiday, isn't it? What else we got? Water bottle.
Another shout out to Miss Jenny Evans. Water. Always really important to stay hydrated. You can drink the tap water here. We do provide, obviously,
Bottled water.
Bottled spring water, sparkling as well. But you can bring a water bottle. They're always useful, especially when going on trips and stuff, walking around London, playing sport.
Yeah.
They're really good to have. Or you can even, if you're lucky, you might get a Reach one.
Yes, we have Reach Cambridge water bottles.
Yes, they are very snazzy.
Yeah, very snazzy indeed. That's a pencil case.
Pencil case.
This is my personal favourite ever pencil case. It's massive, isn't it?
It is.
It's because I've got all my fancy coloured pens. You see?
Yeah.
Notebook full class, because obviously you're coming to have fun and make friends from all over the world, but also to study. So you're going to need some implements. Yes.
Camera.
A camera. Yes, a nice camera you might want to bring. Again, we refer you back to the heretofore mentioned insurance. Might be a good plan. But yeah, cameras for taking pictures of the lovely picturesque city that you will be in.
And all the new friends that you'll be making.
Yeah, and we've got to do a shout out to one. Let me just find this comment, because it was so lovely that this lady put on our Facebook page. So this is a lady who has been to Reach Cambridge before, and she was saying that, because we asked you guys ahead of time to tell us about what you wish you had known to bring before you came, if you've been here before. And this lovely lady, it's Lexi. So Lexi said, I would have loved to have some Kleenex on the packing list, because you'll need them for a good 2 weeks after leaving all your friends. But don't fret, you can always utilise the internet to keep in touch for years to come. Isn't that lovely?
That is lovely.
So yeah, some tears are shed, but we don't shy away from that. We think that it is beautiful to make lovely friendships that you are sorry to be departing from
Yes.
temporarily
Temporarily.
until you meet again.
Exactly.
And that's what Reach Cambridge is all about. Super duper. So we've got a few other things to mention. We've talked about classroom, we've talked about suitcases, we've talked about clothing, we've talked about the camera, the water bottle. This is a little one from me, and a tip that I learnt from packing for University Freshers Week, but a pack of cards. We have cards and board games at Reach, but if you have your own pack of cards, it does not take you any time at all to make friends on your corridor, to break the ice if you're a bit jet lagged or nervous or just not feeling massively conversational. Have a game of solitaire or snap or whist, I don't know, just go with it. But a pack of cards and learning some card games is always a great way to make friends. Reach Cambridge puts on loads of activities, but that's just a nice one. Yeah. If maybe you're a bit introverted as well and you're nervous about making friends.
And it doesn't take a lot of room in your suitcase.
Exactly.
So
plenty of space for your hat.
Indeed.
Yes. We've talked about something representative maybe of your home culture, for welfare and things like that. Obviously, you know, you might want to bring, if it was me, and I've got to say, I think that you guys coming over to England for the first time, if you're coming from so far off places, but even if you're only coming from, I don't know, a different part of the UK, I think it's really brave to be doing that at this age. Absolutely. It's an adventure, it's exciting, but you're stepping out on your own, and I'd be really nervous about that, certainly at 14, 15, 16, and I would bring my teddy bear. I'm not going to lie, I totally would. I'd just sit him on my bed and have a little bit of home with me, and that's okay.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Very sweet.
There's one thing we haven't mentioned, and that's the talent show. Would you mind just, because like this isn't really a talent of mine, but you might want to bring a musical instrument. We've had people with cellos. Someone brought her cello over. She was basically she was a real whiz kid on the cello, to be fair, and had to practice several hours a day to keep up with it. But she did a rendition at the talent show, and it was amazing. I still remember it. The talent show is great. You have people doing magic and reciting poems they've written and all kinds of cool stuff. But you might want to bring a musical instrument, such as a ukulele, which is great. Very small and portable. Lovely. There's always a couple that come every year. You can always be sure there'll be a couple of ukuleles, and often it means that there are some really nice sing-songs as well. There's a Reach guitar which always gets used, so it's lots of lovely bonding opportunities.
Exactly, and it's good fun.
Exactly, yeah. So I think we're pretty much at the end of our extensive list. If you would like a written form of this, fear not, because if you indeed haven't already got one, you should shortly be receiving a what to bring kind of pack that will be coming to you if you have paid your deposit and booked your place for Reach Cambridge 2017. So don't worry too much about that, it will be mostly there. You might want to have a look at the FAQs on the website too, because there's some handy stuff there as well, about more of what you can expect, about rooming arrangements, that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot there to be read.
But please, like Ross said, do get in touch anytime, any kind of platform, because we are here to help, and we'd love to answer any questions that you have. So.
And it'll also just be really nice to get a sense of who you guys are as well. We are so excited to meet you in the summer, and having a way to put a face to a name and a name to a face is a lovely, lovely thing. So yes, please do not think twice about getting in touch. Sam, I feel like we have been fairly extensive with this.
Yes, we have. I think we've covered a lot.
We have covered a lot. Yeah. Go team. High five. Guys, if you want to find out more about Reach Cambridge, you know about our website, you know about our YouTube, you know about our Instagram, you know about our Twitter, please be there. Yes. Also, I would like to recommend to you lovely people as well the Reach Cambridge blog, which is on the website, which is generally updated by yours truly, with some special guests. We've just done a series on the add-ons that you can add on to your Reach Cambridge experience, such as community outreach and architecture and things like that. If that tickles your fancy, then there are some blogs about that for you. Otherwise, we'll see you soon. Oh, we should also say that we're going to be doing another one of these. So stay tuned. It will be covering some of the same ground, especially for our friends who might not have been able to join us on this particular live stream because of it, GMT. You know, there's a lot of you all over the world. We're doing our best to spread it all out. So there'll be another one, so stay tuned on the Facebook page for that. Otherwise, do you have any some words of parting wisdom, Sam?
Have fun. Thanks for coming. For
Harvey
watching.
Clothes W Money.
Yeah, Harvey Clothes W Money. Don't forget your hat.
Don't forget your hat.
Yes, but yeah, like I said again, just please get in touch because we are here to help, and there's no such thing as a silly question.
Oh, that's a lovely bit of parting wisdom.
So anything that you might be thinking or feeling or
any of that
before the summer, just we're here and we're really, really excited. And don't forget our hashtag. Yes, hashtag Reach Cambridge 2017. We look forward to seeing photos of your packed suitcases and much more besides, such as the lovely cobbled streets of Cambridge. Indeed. Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye. Bye.